everyone, I'm Lynn, and today I wanted to talk about disclosure. So one of the questions that was sent to me says, Lynn, do you see the disclosure phase happening soon? Perhaps something for your big 2022 blog update. And I do have a very big post getting ready to come out this week regarding predictions I have for 2022 and just talking about different topics. But this one I thought it would be fun to pull out and just give it its own post. So here we go. As I thought on this, and definitely a very great question, I see that we've been on the cusp of disclosure for a really long time. I've been seeing it, and it just seems like it's on the horizon and it keeps getting pushed away. And when I thought a little more on it, like, why does this keep happening? I get that behind closed doors, there's been a debate as to when and how this information is to be leaked. And I get that when the various world leaders, they get together, such as this G7 summit and different things where all these people collect together, this is one of the topics that they bring up, but it's not really released to the public because they don't want us to know really anything about it or status or what is going on or the topic just in general. They don't want people asking questions. Then I get that the powers that were ultimately control these leaders and they eliminate the ones that don't fall in line. So basically you have someone talking in your ear and you're the puppet trying to navigate the best way to handle this. So, therefore, the powers that were are the ones that are controlling how and when this is to be released. I see that when the leaders or the powers that were cannot agree on how to release this information because it's too big to waste, so they want to tie it to some kind of an event. I get that even amongst the powers that were, not all of them can even agree. So then you have these debates and these scuttles going on. I see that if the pandemic didn't happen, it would have been by now, but they were able to stoke enough fear and they don't want to waste this event on something else. So I get that disclosure would have happened, but they had this other thing enter into our realm. And because that happened, they were able to push off this and save it for another time when they need to basically get this fear up and running. This beer bug shifted a lot of timelines, and disclosure was just one of them. The bug and the systems it enables to be destabilized allowed them to keep disclosure on the back burner for a future fear event. So that's basically what they're doing. They're going to shelf it until they need it later. The other issue that the PTW are facing is if they create a situation where people are scared, they're going to want to keep their guns and their forms of protection. You cannot fight the beer bug with a gun, so it doesn't seem as relevant. But if you create a fearful monster upon Earth, people may want to carry a gun. And people being armed and protecting themselves is very anti-agenda. So that's another thing that they have to very delicately watch. They don't want to create a situation where people want to hold their guns because they want to be able to take the guns. They're going to be very crafty trying to take guns of certain types of guns before they allow this type of fear event to be released. So watch for a huge push in this in 2022. So when realistically is this disclosure going to happen? I see that 2022 will start with continued fear about the bug, and that seems to satisfy the powers that were, that pull the puppet strings of these different world leaders. I do get that the momentum of the bug has, even with the new variations, started to slow down. People are burned out of it. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want to, it's almost like they're burned out of being scared of it. Some of them, a huge part of people. There's always going to be those ones that do not feel that way. Realistically, the early to mid part of 2023 looks like a good time to unleash this info, but I see being full of fear and hysteria versus embracing this. So it's going to be a very odd way it's received by people. They want the people to embrace the government and lean on it for protection. So they need to create a situation, evoke fear, and then be the savior that people want and welcome this government force. So 2023 looks to be a huge year in regards to shifts in fear and also disclosure. So watch out. We are in for a ride this upcoming couple years. And that was really had on this reading. I want to thank you so much for listening. Please feel free to leave a comment, like, and share my videos. It all helps me out. And if you'd like to support the blog, please see me over on Subscribestar. I have limited content over there that I don't release out publicly. And so for as little as $5 a month, it really helps me out and it allows you to see some other information and network with people that are also like-minded. So I'll leave you with that as well. Again, I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Thank you. Bye.